Hello students, good morning everyone. Welcome back our chemistry online class. Today we are going to discuss about the continuation of unit 10, that is difference between types of solution. So in the last class we discussed about solutions, right? So three types of solutions we discussed. What are they? Are you remember anything? Yes, true solution, colloidal solution and suspension solution. Under that colloidal solution, we studied two topics, that is Brownian movement and Tyndall effect, isn't it? Yes. So today we are going to discuss about the types of solution. So already I told you, based on the particle size, solution is classified into three types, right? That is true solution, colloidal solution and suspension solution. Okay, so what are the difference present in the three solution? Today that only we are going to learn. Okay, so see this properties. So first property is particle size. Okay, that particle size. So see, suspension, what is the particle size for suspension? Greater than 100 nanometer. Okay, you know what type of solution is called a suspension solution? That is turbid mixtures solutions, right? Here the particle does not dissolve, it will be settled at the bottom. So these type of solution, what is the particle size? Greater than 100 nanometer. Then see the colloidal solution particle size 1 to 100 nanometer. Okay, 1 to 100 nanometer. And the true solution particle size is less than 100 nanometer. In your book, they mention only solution. Near that, you note it true solution. Okay, this is a true solution. So this is one more question. What is the particle size for true solution? Okay, options, they will give these three options. You don't confuse it. So you should write the answer less than 100 nanometer. Okay, then see the second property, filtration separation. So filtration separation, you know, if particle size is bigger means we can use to this filtration method. If small size particles, very minute particles means we cannot be able to filtrate, right? So the filtration separation method in suspension, is it possible or not? Possible, right? So filtration separation method is possible. And colloidal solution is impossible. So only centrifugation method we can use. Okay, otherwise the filtration separation method is impossible. Okay, then see it under that true solution, it is impossible because the salt particles will be completely dissolved, right? So here also impossible. Then see the third one, settling of particles. So how much particles can be settled down? Okay, that only. So here under the suspension, settle on their own. Here the particles will be settled down, right? Then see that the colloidal solution settle on centrifugation. If we are using the centrifugation method, the particles will be settled down. Otherwise, it will not be settled down. And this colloidal solution experiment I showed you in the last class, in the last video. There you know, true solution means completely dissolved. You can able to see the clear water, right? So here do not settle. But here second solution I showed you, there starch with water or rice water, right? Here the particles are there. So they settle on centrifugation. Only the centrifugation method it will be possible. Okay, these particles will be settled down. Otherwise it will not be settled down. Here the particles will be settled down. So under the true solution it will not settle. Okay, then see that fourth one, appearance. Okay, appearance. Here suspension opaque. Opaque means we cannot able to see the opposite side. Okay, just opposite for transparent. Okay, see appearance for true solution, that is a transparent means that is a clear water, so we can able to visible opposite side also. Okay, and see next colloidal solution, translucent or semi transparent. Okay, off we can see, we cannot able to see clearly, but some images are present in opposite side, like that we can identify. Okay, but opaque we cannot able to see anything. Okay, that is named as opaque. Have you understood? Then see the next one, Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect, what is Tyndall effect? What we studied under that Tyndall effect? When a strong beam of light is focused on a colloidal solution, the particles are visible, right? The beam of the light is also visible. So did suspension solution can show the Tyndall effect? Yes, it will be show, right? Because the particles are there, right? So when we focused light on this suspension solution, we can show the particles, so it will be show. And colloidal solution also show, right? Then under that true solution, it does not show. Okay, because the particles are completely dissolved, so the true solution does not show the Tyndall effect. Okay, in the last class we discussed about the Tyndall effect, right? Then diffusion of particles. Next one, diffusion of particles. So here suspension solution, it will not diffuse. Okay, the particles will be settled at the bottom, so it will not diffuse. And here colloidal solution, slowly it will be diffuse. Okay, and true solution, it will diffuse rapidly. That means the particles are dissolved completely, right? Okay, see the next one, Brownian movement. So you know what is Brownian movement? What is Brownian movement? When colloidal solution was moved and viewed under a powerful microscope, we can able to see the particles, right? The particles are moving rapidly, so that is the Brownian movement. Did the colloidal solution did suspension solution can show the Brownian movement? It may be show, because the particles are there, no? So when we used to see the microscope, we can see that Brownian particles, right? So Brownian movement may show. Here under that colloidal solution, it will be show. And see that true solution may or may not show. Mostly it will not show. Okay, for that they given may or may not show. Okay, and see nature. Here the suspension solution is a heterogeneous nature. Why we are saying heterogeneous in nature? Because we can able to see the two layers. One is a salt layer and another is a liquid layer, right? So we can able to see the two layers, so that it is a heterogeneous in nature. And see the colloidal solution. Colloidal solution also a heterogeneous. Okay, here also we can see the cloudy mixtures. Okay, so that it is also called as heterogeneous. And under the true solution, that is a homogeneous. Homogeneous means uniform composition. We cannot able to see two layers. Okay, uniform composition, everything, the particles are completely dissolved, right? So that is the homogeneous. Okay, this picture in the last class we discussed about Tyndall effect, right? Then next topic is emulsion. Okay, you know emulsion, already we studied this word emulsion. Emulsion means liquid with liquid is named as emulsion. Like that we studied some examples also we discussed, that is milk, butter, oil in water. These are the examples we studied under emulsion, right? So we can see this emulsion. And emulsion is a colloid of two or more immiscible liquids, where one liquid is dispersed in another liquid. So you know emulsion is a colloidal substance. Okay, so here immiscible liquids. Immiscible, what is the meaning of immiscible? you know, right? So both are liquids, but both will not mixed together. Okay, like oil with water and alcohol with water. These are the examples for emulsion, immiscible, right? So emulsion means that is the immiscible liquids. Here one liquid is dispersed in another liquid. That means one liquid particles get scattered in another liquid. Okay, if you are taking oil in water, maybe oil scattered in water, or water particles scattered in oil. So one type of liquid particles get scattered in another liquid. Okay, this two liquids, both are liquid, you know, it will not mix together. Okay, the word emulsion comes from, okay, this word emulsion, the word emulsion comes from Latin word milk. Okay, Latin word meaning that emulsion is milk. Okay, meaning of that emulsion is milk. So milk contains, what are the components? You know, water and fat. Okay, milk contains fat and water. So milk is one example of an emulsion of fat and water. Okay, milk contains lot of proteins, right? So it contains fats. The process of turning a liquid mixture into an emulsion is called emulsification. So that process, that liquid mixture process is called as emulsification. Okay, examples for emulsion, lot of examples given in your book. See, milk, butter, cream, egg yolk, no, okay, yellow color, that egg yolk, and paints, half syrups also example for emulsion. Okay, then facial creams, pesticides are some common examples for emulsion. Then types of emulsion. So here two types of emulsions are there, that is oil in water emulsion and water in oil emulsion. Okay, two types of emulsions are there. See this picture. Two types of emulsions are there, oil in water emulsion and water in oil emulsion. Further they given O by W, oil in water and water in oil. Okay, so the two liquids mixed can form different types of emulsion. Example, oil and water can form an oil in water emulsion. Okay, see, oil and water can form which type of emulsion? Oil in water emulsion. Example for oil in water, cream. This is one more question. Example, what is the example for oil in water emulsion? Cream, where the oil droplets are dispersed in water. Here already I told you, one type of liquid is dispersed in another type of liquid. So here in oil in water, oil droplets dispersed in water. Okay, then oil particles can dispersed in water. That is called as oil in water emulsion, or they can form a water in oil emulsion. Water in oil emulsion, example, but water in oil emulsion, example, butter. Here what will happen? Water particles will disperse in oil. So it is called as water in oil emulsion. Okay, this is the picture for types of emulsion: oil water emulsion and water oil emulsion. So have you understood, students, emulsion? So emulsion means both the immiscible liquids. Okay, two or more immiscible liquids. One type of liquid is dispersed in another type of liquid. Examples, milk, cream, lot of examples we discussed, right? And this, where or the industries the emulsification process was used there. Okay, what is the applications for emulsion? See, emulsions find wide applications in food processing, to prepare food processing. Now only we discussed cream, milk, these are the things. Okay, and pharmaceuticals means to prepare the medicines like cough syrups, some other syrups. Okay, and metallurgy means to prepare metals, study about the metals, right? Metals and many other important some other industries also we are using this emulsification process. Okay, and see this more to know box. Have you seen colorful patches on a wet road? When oil drops in water on road, it floats over water and forms a colorful film. Find out why. In our road contains some oil drops, right? Because of moving the vehicle we are using petrol, diesel, these are the things, right? So when it was fall on that road, maybe that road surface contains some petrols and some other diesels. Okay, so it float over the water and forms a colorful film, because that oil, that means that petrol or diesel, that density is lesser than water. Okay, when rains come, that particles will be, that petrol particles or diesel particles will be float over water, so that we can able to see this like colors. Okay, that oil will be float over that water. At that time we can see this colors, right? Because of lesser density. Okay, have you understood? Can you able to study this emulsions? Yes. So now we can discuss about the book back questions. So this lesson over, we are going to discuss about book back questions. Okay. So see students, textbook evaluations, choose the correct answer. Listen carefully, choose the correct answer. The separation of denser particles from lighter particles done by rotation at high speed is called, what is the answer? Centrifugation. And see the second question. Among the following, dash is a mixture: common salt, juice, carbon dioxide, pure silver. These are the things are compound, right? Common salt, carbon dioxide, pure silver, these are compounds. Okay, so here mixture is juice. Okay. Then see the third one. When we mix a drop of ink in water, we get a dash. We will get homogeneous mixture, because the ink particles will be completely dissolved in water, right? So homogeneous mixture. Then fourth one, dash is essential to perform separation by solvent extraction method. This one already I gave this question. What is that answer? Separating funnel. Okay, separating funnel. And fifth one, dash has the same properties throughout the sample. Pure substance. True or false? State whether true or false. If false, correct the statement. See the first question. Oil and water are immiscible in each other. Both are immiscible, right? So answer is true. And second question, a compound cannot be broken into simpler substance chemically. Is it right? No. Answer false. Can you correct the statement? Yes. A compound can be broken into. Element cannot be, right? So compound can be. So your answer is false, and the next step you should write when you are writing in the exam paper, like that you should write your answer is false, and next step you should write correct statement. Okay, correct statement, and again you have to write this lines. A compound, correct it and write. A compound can be broken into simpler substance chemically. Okay, now just you mark it, just you underline this not. Okay, your correct statement is can. Okay. Then third one, liquid colloids are called gels. Answer false. Liquid colloids are called what? Emulsion. Okay, now only we discussed liquid. That is called as emulsion. Or you can write liquid solid colloids are called gels. Okay, liquid means emulsion. So please you underlined this gels and you write it emulsion. Okay, correct statement. Liquid colloids are called emulsion. And fourth one, buttermilk is an example of heterogeneous mixture. True. Fifth one, aspirin is composed of 60% carbon, 4.5% hydrogen and 35.5% oxygen by mass. Aspirin is a mixture. Answer false. Aspirin is a compound. Correct statement. You underline this mixture and you write it compound. Then match the following. Element. Element, what is the answer? Pure substance. Compound, made up of atoms. Then colloid, made up of molecules. Suspension, settle down on standing. Mixture, impure substance. Fill in the blanks. A dash mixture has no distinguishable boundary between its compounds. You know, homogeneous or heterogeneous? Homogeneous. Note it. Note it in your book. Homogeneous. Then second one. An example of substance that sublimizes. Any one example you can write. Okay. Iodine or camphor or ammonium chloride. Okay. Then third one. Alcohol can be separated from water by dash. Which method? Fractional distillation method. Next, in petrol refining, the method of separation used is, this is also the same answer, fractional distillation. Fifth one, chromatography is based on the principle of different solubilities. Next Roman letter, answer very briefly. See the first question already we marked, I think. So just listen. Differentiate between absorption and adsorption. It is given in page number 119. See students, this is your answer. Adsorption, this paragraph, these 3 lines, and absorption. But when you are writing in your exam paper or in your note, how like you should write this question? You should write in a tabular column, okay? Because in the question what they asked, difference between, right? So in the tabular column, you should write this answer. And see the second question, define sublimation. Answer given in page number 117. See students, page number 117, sublimation. Start from the sublimation paragraph, first paragraph up to this much. Okay, any one example enough. Diagram no need to draw because this is 2 mark question, no? So this much enough. And see the third question, a few drops of Dettol when added to water, the mixture turns turbid. Okay, why? You know, so when we are adding the Dettol in water, that water turns into turbid. So reason why? See students, a few drops of Dettol when added to water, the mixture turns turbid. Okay, see the answer. An emulsion is a colloid of 2 or more immiscible liquids. You know, both are liquid. Dettol is a liquid and water also a liquid. So that is a immiscible liquids. Where one liquid, that means Dettol. Okay, maybe Dettol. So one liquid is dispersed in another liquid. Okay, one liquid is dispersed in another liquid. So here the answer emulsion. Due to the emulsification, that Dettol turns turbid. Okay, when added Dettol into water, it turns turbid. Okay, so this is the answer. Please note it. Okay, please note it in your classwork note. Okay, you have one classwork note, mom. You have one classwork note, right? So there you found some answers. You write some 1 mark question answers and continue to write Roman letter 5 third question. First 2 questions we marked in our textbook, right? And third question you should write it in your note. Okay, you must want to write it in your note. When you are coming school, you should get correction from me. Okay, so third one answer, this one you should write it in your classwork note. Okay, don't confuse it. You should write it in your classwork note. Okay. Okay, students, see the fourth question. Name the apparatus that you will use to separate the components of mixtures containing to miscible liquids, immiscible liquids. Okay, miscible liquids, what are the apparatus we used, and immiscible liquids, what are the apparatus we used. Okay, apparatus means the things. Okay, what are the things we used to separate the miscible liquids? What are the things we used to separate the immiscible liquids? Okay, that apparatus name we need to write. Materials name. Okay. See the answer. For miscible liquids, what are the apparatus we used? Fractional distillation flask. That distillation flask. Okay, distillation flask, and fractionating column, that distillating tube. Okay, we studied note distillating tube. Okay, fractional column, that is the tube. Okay, so only 2 apparatus, that is fractional distillation flask and fractionating column. Okay. See this picture, students. This is the fractional distillation flask and this is the column, fractionating column. Okay. So your answer, fractional distillation flask, fractionating column. And for immiscible liquids, what are the things? Separating funnel, stop clock. Okay, stop clock. Separating funnel, stop clock. The next question, name the components in each of the following mixtures. Ice cream, what are the components we are using in ice cream? Sugar, milk, cream, etc., etc., right? Then lemonade, lemon juice, sugar, water. Then for air contains oxygen, carbon dioxide, some other gases. Then soil contains sand, clay, some types of salt, right? So see the answer, students. Copy it. Okay, ice cream, sugar, milk, cream, etc., etc. Write down next Roman letter. We can continue in the next class. Okay, thank you, students. Thank you so much.